No more trash. No more comedy crap. No more Hannah Montana, Zack and Cody, or Good Luck Charlie, Jonathan, whatever the hell that show is. No more of the pseudo-Disney. Hey guys, this is Paul Sun with Love Grows by Talking at blogspot.com or something. And of course on YouTube. No more of that bullshit. Bullshit. No more of that bullshit. Bullshit. Alright, anyways. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the older generation. The grandparents, the great-grandparents. You know, back in the day, there used to be a lot of, hi Jolene, or hi Christy, or hi Jonathan, hi Joseph. You know, there was more of that back in the day. But now it's just like, oh my god, wave to the nice neighbor, creeper neighbor, and the neighbor next door, he's a pedophile, don't tell him that. The lady, 3 houses down, she's got terrible drapes and carpet scheme. And, you know, the guy, 5 houses that way, total creeper, don't talk to him. I see more of that than like, back in the day, you know? Like, when I was a kid, I would run around the neighborhood, my parents would not have to worry. Like, I was literally 7 or 8 years old, and me and my brother were, like, running around, like, 2 miles away from our house. And, you know, we didn't have to worry about anything, because we lived in a good neighborhood. People knew each other. There was a neighborhood watch, you know? Kids would come out to play all the time. Like, little kids would come out to play with the older kids, and older kids would, like, take the little kids out to a park somewhere, and, like, we would play games and stuff, you know? But now it's more of like, oh my god, that older kid is such a dickhead. And those kids are like 8 years old and they're saying dickhead and what the hell and fuck you, and they're saying all of that, and it's just like, what? You're 10 years old and you're saying that already? I walked into Five Oaks Middle School in Beaverton, Oregon, and oh my god, it's terrible. I walk in there and it's like high school. It's like a Loa high school. Like, I hear a lot of cursing and a lot of swearing from little kids. I swear, I thought it was high school, but with a bunch of little midgets running around. No offense to anybody who are midgets. It's just like little kids. Or just like little kids are running around and screaming, you slut, you whore, or you dickhead, or you dick munch, you know, you peckerhead. You know, I hear a lot of that, you know. And it's just like, wow, really? We had none of that when I was there, you know. If anybody even said stupid, you know, we would get in serious trouble. Our parents were called, and, you know, like, oh my god, we were grounded for like 3 months if we ever said, like, if we said you're dumb, you know, it's just like instant grounded. You're grounded for like a whole month right there. But now it's just like, you skank, and it's just like, okay honey, don't say stuff like that, that's not nice. You know, you gotta be nice to other kids. It's just like, there's no more of the closeness that I see anymore. Friends used to be friends, and, like, really good friends, and now it seems like nobody's even real good friends anymore, because people get into a stupid ass argument and they break their friendship. It's like, that makes me wonder, is that friendship really strong? If it was, they wouldn't be arguing. They would not have broken up their friendship over one stupid thing. You know, I see it all the time. Like, kids argue about what the other one said or what the other one did, and, you know, like, recently my little brother, he got into a breakup, you know. It was just like, oh, that's so sad. But then he got back together with that girl just so he could break up with her, you know. I told him, did that make you feel any better? What did you gain out of that? He said, I don't know. You know, he couldn't answer the question. I see a lot more of that than I used to. It's, when me and my brother were kids, you know, when we were his age, younger than that, friends were friends, no matter how big of a fight we've gotten into. Friends stick together. And now, I'm just walking around and I see friends with benefits. That's all I see. You know, what happened to the good old times? And I blame television. I blame it. It's true. I mean, sure, there's some good stuff on television, but back in the day when Lion King was on, and when Tarzan was on, and The Little Mermaid on Disney Channel, You know, that used to be the good stuff back in the day, and that it still is good. You know, me and my baby sister, Elle Grace. Oh my God! Sometimes we just walk around singing The Lion King or The Little Mermaid or something from Mulan. You know, we just sit down at our place and just start singing Mulan, even though we're terrible at singing. But I have to admit, she is pretty good. She is a pretty good singer. But it was pretty funny. You know, there was more of that back in the day, and now it's just, oh my God, Zack and Cody, or that platypus show. What is it? Something about Phineas and Ferb and that platypus thing. You know, sure, it's funny, it's clever, yeah, funny, but there's no moral behind it like there used to be. The Lion King, its morals were, when your friend is being a jackass, help him, stay with him or her. Realize that your friend's only trying to help you, and that you're being a jackass, and that you need to grow up and get the hell out of where you are, or something. The Beauty and the Beast. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is key. Trust. The Little Mermaid, the morals were like, it should not matter what you are or who you are. It's what you do, you know. I could go on and on about the different Disney cartoons. Oh, money should not matter in love, you know. That was from Aladdin. Think of something, you guys. Disney cartoons back in the day, they were good. They meant stuff to someone. And now the pseudo-Disney shit like Hannah Montana, Wizards of Waverly Place, what the hell is that shit? That's the reason why I don't watch TV. When I watch TV, I watch the Sci-Fi Channel. And Channel 53. And Spike. And Comedy Central. South Park. You can't argue with South Park. You cannot argue with South Park. You just can't. The Simpsons, you know. Family Guy. You can't, you know, that's the American Dad, you know, you have to watch that kind of stuff. It's funny, you know. But if it at all comes to Disney, you have to think about the older generation too. Once your great-grandparents, your grandparents, your parents pass away, we're in a world that won't care. And we have to expose our children to Disney. We have to expose them to the real Disney, not the Disney shit like Hannah Montana. We have to expose them to friends, neighbors. Talk to your neighbors. Go out to your neighbors, knock on the door, and ask them for their name. Like, hi, I'm Paul, you know, or hi, I'm Jolene, you know, although I've lived next to you for 12 years of my life, and I don't know you, or 14, 15 years of my life, and I don't know you. This, I think, would be a good time. Get to know your neighbors. Talk to them. Talk to them. Because when they're gone, you know, they're gone. I mean, it's nice when there's an old couple next door and they don't have anyone to talk to and they're just sitting there. Go up to them and talk to them. Sit next to them. Introduce yourself. Because they want to see that kind of stuff. They want to see the Lion King stuff. They want to see the good old days stuff. They don't want to see kids and girls running around with hella short mini skirts and guys walking around baggy ass pants. You know, sure, that's okay, but that's just their style. But, you know, as long as you're just keeping the tradition going, the old American values going, that's the good old days, you know. Sure, we may be on the run every now and then, but stop and smell the roses. Send this video to your friends. Send this video to your neighbors. What do you think? Well, I have to go now because it's 9 minutes and 33 seconds. 35 seconds, actually. So I have to go. What do you guys think? Post a comment below. Subscribe to this channel. You don't have to be supporters of the LGBT community. Just be supporters of the good Disney. Alright, thanks for watching, and send this video to your friends. See you guys later. I'm Paul Sun, and this is LGBT.